Hey, Brain Police. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. It's kind of loud out here. But Quick Capture hasn't been working for me, and I don't know how to record my videos anymore, so I'll just use my crappy little Sony camera. And come out here where it's nice. I'll show you guys an update on the garden soon. Got some new plants, so still got to plant some of them. So yeah. Is libertarianism dead? That's a good question. I've been wondering the same thing myself. Ever since I first found out about the philosophy and about the way that it's used, and about the root of the philosophy, I immediately liked it. Yeah, just somebody who believes in liberty. Yeah, that's me. That's me. Yeah, I like that, and I don't think that I'll ever not be somebody who doesn't believe in liberty. And liberty's a really basic thing. I mean, it's not a complicated issue. It's not some, it's not some catchword, buzzword. Some liberty's not some word to sell some political philosophy. It just means you think people should have freedom, but not a freedom to interfere with other people's freedom. So it's a if you want to call it a limited kind of freedom, I would agree with that. In that it's a freedom, it's a personal freedom. Liberty is personal freedom to me. And personal freedom being that your freedom doesn't interfere with another's freedom. You can't use your freedom to impose that on others. Now, yeah, that lefties like to jump right on that and come up with all kinds of fantastical examples of how people can use their freedom and use their private property to exploit others. But really, what it is that it seems to me that they're just they see something that somebody else has, and they want it. Oh, why can't I have that? I need it. Well, because it's not yours. You have to go and take that, and that infringes on their freedom. That infringes on their liberty. So, I mean, I like the basic idea of libertarianism, the base philosophy, and when I read, it was really reading Karl Hess to me. I mean, I know Rothbard is the way a lot of people get to believing in the party, but I like Rothbard. I think he was wrong about some things, and I think he was really, he was kind of a capitalist in a lot of ways. In a lot of bad, and using the word capitalist in the bad kind of connotation, his ideas could be used to justify the bad kind of capitalism we see around us. That's why I prefer the way Karl Hess defined these things. Just capitalism just means value for value. That's it. Anything beyond that is whatever. It's statist horse shit. And I think you'll agree with that, Brain Police. I think you do. Me and you are pretty close, actually. We talked a lot on Stickam, and you and I are pretty close in philosophy, I think. Of course, I drift a lot more towards primitivism than you do, and like you said, you disagree a lot with Zach, and I actually agree a lot with Zach, and I agree with a lot of the primitivist critiques of modern society. I think that you should look a little more closely at someone like Derek Jensen and the way he defines civilization, because it seems to me that the best critiques anymore are coming from the primitivists. They're coming from John Zerzan. They're coming from Derek Jensen, and I don't really know many others, honestly. Go ahead and suggest some, Toes, or anybody else who watches me. Please suggest some more for me to read. I'm going to try this week to pick up Ishmael. So yeah, I haven't read that, and I know everyone says Ishmael now, so I'm going to try and read that this week. So, but you know, and even once I, you know, started, and yeah, my introduction to, or I should say reintroduction, because I was a little kitty anarchist, you know, back when it was a popular thing, back in the mid-90s, you know, I was in middle school and I thought I was an anarchist and, you know, oh, I hate the government and whatever. And looking back on it, it wasn't until I became older and read and I was reintroduced to anarchism. Yes, it was through Noam Chomsky. And I mean, Noam Chomsky's a great guy. You know, he's a very smart guy. He really is. And Noam Chomsky reads more than you or I could ever hope to read. He does. And you know, I'll admit that. But I mean, it's just that I think that there's a lot of I don't know how to group them. I don't know how to talk about them in a non-derogatory way, but I'll just say social anarchists. Because you know, I don't want to. You know, I know a lot of you guys watch my channel, and I don't have anything against you. I want to find a common dialogue. I really do. It just really makes me mad to see a lot of fear-mongering from you guys, and a lot of the horse shit you guys say. Even on my fucking channel, you guys say a lot of horse shit. You know, I mean, just look at that one damn video where the one guy comes right out and says, yeah, we're going to shoot you libertarians after the fucking revolution. Fuck you. Fuck you if you really think that, man. Don't fucking say that horse shit, man. You know, that's not fucking funny. You lefties might think it's funny, but it's fucking not. You know, to a lot of us who, when we were in the Libertarian Party, and we considered ourselves left-wing libertarians. When I was in the party, I thought of myself as kind of being a left-wing libertarian, especially seeing all the guys in business suits walking around and all the guys that wanted to do things, you know, prim and proper. And I want to get out and protest and be just as active as, you know, the Democrats are, or you know, or have been in the past. They're not really now, I guess. You know, I wanted the Libertarian Party to be that. I wanted the Libertarian Party to get the fuck up and stand for liberty. You know, and not, you know, just bow, you know, not just be the party that, you know, the bloodthirsty capitalists run to, you know. That's why, you know, and I thought that having people like me and you, Brain Police, in the Libertarian Party would move it in that direction. And yeah, if we could get in and educate them and say, hey, read Rothbard, read Hess, read where this party started. Those guys are where the party started. Well, whatever you want to say about where the party is now, those guys founded the party. And that was why I ascribed to the party. That was why I believed in the philosophy. And Rothbard did carry the word, and that's why you should read Man, Economy, and State and read some of his work. He wasn't unaware, Toes. He wasn't unaware of the origins of the word. He knew very well the social origins of the word libertarian, and he was borrowing it and reapplying it and using it in a way. I mean, it was a dead word. I mean, nobody was talking about it in the 60s. It was all, you know, democracy, you know. It was all, you know, the whole SDS, and it was all caught up in all this Marxist crap. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that was where the libertarian movement started. I think it's important to keep that in mind. The libertarian movement started with, you know, you guys used to be with us. It started with the New Left. The libertarian movement was born out of the New Left. And you know, the fucked up thing is that the New Left is now the neoconservative right. The New Left was a lot of the people who wanted some intervention in foreign countries and stuff like that. Because, and you know, there's some very limited justifications for that. They oppress people's freedoms pretty harshly. I mean, I don't think that any one of us agrees with Sharia law. I mean, do we? I don't. But I don't think that we should go in and violently change them. I mean, that's not nonviolence. That's not what Emma Goldman talked about. That's not anarchism. Anarchism is you do your thing and you don't use violence to push it on other people.